Welcome. Today I bring you the preview of the next chapter of The Ambassador's Daughter. The ship starts so Nair worries, but Sanjar assures that they are still not going anywhere. The engines shut down so Nair and Sanjar smile. Akin asks the captain what happened and why he shut down the ship. The captain replies that it looks like something is wrong or someone sabotaged the ship. Sanjar checks outside the room and takes Nair's hand to escape together, trying not to be seen. Akin notices that there is a net tangled in the turbine and assumes it was by the fisherman nearby earlier, but sees that the fisherman's boat has remained stationary, so he takes a closer look. Sanjar instructs Nair to jump into the water and swim to the boat next to it, trying not to poke her head out so as not to be seen, and when she gets on the boat to leave, Nair asks him what he will do. Sanjar replies that while she escapes someone must distract everyone there, but Nair refuses to leave him to die there. Sanjar asks him to leave and get to safety. But Nair says he will not allow anyone to die there and does not intend to escape unless it is with him. Akin realizes the boat was a decoy, so upset he says Sanjar is not dead and goes after him with a gun, cornering him with Nair. Akin shoots Sanjar but Nair gets in the way, getting shot and falling into the water. Sanjar looks at her in shock. Akin tries to shoot Sanjar but one of the men knocks him out. Sanjar dives for Nair. The men on the boat shoot into the water trying to kill Sanjar, but the man who knocked Akin out orders them not to shoot. Claiming that Nair and Sanjar have a young daughter, Sanjar manages to get Nair to surface and breathe. Moog takes care of Melik, who worriedly asks if she overreacted with her anger with her parents, since they haven't gone to see her and she misses them. She asks if maybe they were offended by her anger and that's why they haven't returned. Moog assures her that it's not so and that they must be very busy with important things. But Melik claims that she should be important to them. Moog gets a message from Geddes, telling him to sneak to the guest house. So Moog obeys and gets out asking Geddes what happened. Geddes angrily pulls Yaya out of the car. Moog looks at them confused, so Yaya tells him that apparently he gave Nair and Sanjar to Akin and that's why Elvan and Geddes are going to torture him. Geddes pushes him. Yaya tells him that he will do as he is told, but that they are looking at the wrong person and that they will be responsible if anything happens to Sanjar for wasting time on him. Moog sees Elvan crying so he helps her into the house. Sanjar takes Nair to the boat and tries to help her. Karaman gets a call informing him what happened on the boat. Seylan asks him what's wrong. Karaman says that Sanjar saved Nair. Sanjar starts the boat and goes to help Nair, who is fainting, so he tries to keep her conscious. They both talk about the mistakes they have made and Nair faints so Sanjar breaks into tears. Geddes beats up Yaya, while Moog tries to comfort Elvan. Geddes demands Yaya to tell where Akin has taken Nair to. But Yaya replies that he doesn't know because he hasn't done anything. Geddes enraged then asks him why he received money from Akin. Yaya says that he has been slandered and he doesn't know anything and it wasn't him. Geddes warns him that if anything happens to Nair he will kill him. So Yaya asks him if he doesn't care about Sanjar, since he only asks about Nair, and questions him about his feelings for her or if Nair knows about it. Geddes warns him to shut up, but Yaya keeps bothering him, making Geddes angrier. Yaya yells at him that then he must kill him because if he leaves him alive he will tell everything to Nair, since it is not a slander anyway, like what they have done to him. Karaman arrives at Geddes' house and sees Moog, who scared tries to avoid him. Karaman approaches her, who starts crying. Elvan gets in the way and angrily asks Karaman why he has gone there. Karaman asks for Geddes, so Elvan calls him from there. Geddes comes out and seeing Karaman approaches angrily. Karaman tells him that he has been looking for Sanjar and Nair and has found their cars at the port. Sanjar sees the harbor so he calls Nair, but she is still unconscious. Sanjar sees a twilight bird and asks Nair to see it, revealing that every day he watched it waiting for her. Nair wakes up and asks him about her wound. Sanjar asks him to worry about her. Nair claims him for swimming even though he was being shot at. Then Sanjar tells him that she is the one who got in the way of a bullet that was meant for him and says that he is in love with her. Geddes goes to the port with Karaman and they see Sanjar arriving with Nair, so they run to meet them. Sanjar gives Nair to Geddes and then faints. Nair and Sanjar are taken to the hospital, where Nair is operated and Sanjar is treated. The next day Geddes returns home. Moog asks him about Nair and Sanjar. Geddes says they are fine. as the bullet did not wound any vital organs and the operation went well. Although as they lost a lot of blood they must still be in the hospital, Moog asks him if he saw them. But Geddes replies that the doctors did not allow him to and that is why he wanted to go see Yaya. Moog asks him if he is okay. Geddes replies yes, and asks him if she is okay, as she froze when she saw Karaman the night before. Moog says she is okay and thanks to him she has overcome her fears. Geddes asks him about Yaya. Moog tells him that he is locked up and that Loki is with him. Geddes comments that no one must find out that he has kidnapped the Efegalu's youngest son or else a hurricane will happen. Moog asks him what he plans to do. Geddes replies that he doesn't know, as he cannot release Yaya until he finds a kin. Otherwise he might sabotage them. He also tells him that Yaya threatened him with tell Nair about his feelings. Moog gets upset and says that he is no one to threaten when he has sold his brother and Nair to a psychopath. Geddes tells him that it is all very confusing. Moog tells him that he should tell the Efegalus everything. But Geddes refuses and says that he wants to take Nair with him when he is discharged. Moog asks him if he plans to take her to that house. Geddes says yes, since as long as Akin is free he can't leave her alone for a moment. So he will put security in the house until Yaya talks and confesses where Akin is. Sanjar is taken to the mansion with Nair. Elvan calls everyone in the mansion to let them know that Nair has arrived. Zara, seeing her unconscious, asks worriedly what happened. Halise sees Sanjar with a bandaged arm, so scared she asks him if he had an accident. Gulsier asks what happened to Nair and Atik claims Sanjar, who stressed shuts everyone up and says they have been shot and he is fine but Nair is going to be there until she heals. Manek gets mad and asks him if he plans to make his pregnant wife live with her lover. Sanjar angrily tells her that while she has a baby in her womb Nair has a bullet and shuts her up. Then Sanjar asks about Kavarik. Zara tells him she is sleeping. Sanjar takes Nair to his grandfather's room. Geddes arrives at the hospital asking to see Nair, but there he is told that Sanjar has taken Nair away to continue treatment at home, so Geddes leaves in anger. The doctor checks Nair and says she will wake up soon. Sanjar asks if he can stay with her. He replies that he should rest too but Sanjar insists, so the doctor agrees and asks him to call him when Nair wakes up. Elvan asks Sanjar if he is okay. He replies yes, but that he is very scared. Elvan tells him that Nair will be fine and leaves to leave him alone. Gulsier asks Elvan what happened. Elvan tells her that Yaya is the guilty one and that he betrayed Nair for money. So Gulsier is surprised. Elvan, crying, asks how she will be able to tell Sanjar. So Gulsier hugs her. Nair wakes up, so Sanjar is happy. She asks if he took her to the mansion and tries to get up. He tries to stop her, but Nair asks how he thought of taking her to his wife's house and says he will go for Melik. Sanjar tells her that he is in charge of Melik and asks her to stay, as it is dangerous for her to go out because they don't know who is behind everything and Akin is still free. Nair replies that Manek is also in that house. Sanjar tells her that he can't throw her out being pregnant. Nair says that's Menek's place and the one who should leave is her. Sanjar asks her to stop because she can get hurt, but Nair insists that she can't stay in that house. He asks her to lie down and leave when she is well, but Nair asks him to understand her for a moment and imagine how she feels having to see him with his wife. Sanjar sadly leaves after saying that he will go for Melik, so Nair takes off the serum and gets up to leave. Sanjar comes out of the house and sees Geddes arriving, who angrily claims him for taking Nair there when he has Manek in the same house. Sanjar, enraged, throws him out and yells at him that Nair is hurt and they don't even know who is behind the attack, so he couldn't do more than take her with him, but Geddes tells him that he should take Nair to a place where she won't get hurt. Sanjar asks him where he should take her to. Geddes replies that he should take her to his house, so Sanjar gets angry and hits him, yelling that he hasn't killed him yet for loving Nair but he should be more careful and stay away from her if he doesn't want him to go crazy. So Geddes yells that if he wants to kill him must do it but he doesn't plan to fight his conscience anymore for being in love with his friend's ex-girlfriend, because love has won over his conscience. Sanjar tells him that their friendship is over, so Geddes yells that their friendship ended a long time ago. Nair comes out of the house and sees Geddes and Sanjar arguing. Sanjar sees her and runs towards her, but Geddes stops him and tells him that they should ask Nair if she wants to stay in that house or go with him. And so we end this preview. Until next time.